Nice credits, huh? Yeah. So here we are. This is the beginning of mash-in. We're just waiting for our hot liquor to cover the screens here. And there we go. We're getting there. We're just going to wait until we have about an inch of water. And then we will open up our knife gate and allow the grist to come in. And we'll turn on our four masher at that same time as well. About to happen. There it goes right there. It falls in. Looks pretty wet, but it's going to get dry really soon here. So Charlie's going to start smoothing things out. This is only maybe 15-20 seconds later. You can see how dry it is in the middle there of the bed. This is going to have to get smoothed out, those starch balls worked out. You can see that the paddle isn't very deep into it. You can look over to the right and see where the door is. Here we are, maybe 30-40 seconds later. Again, we're only about a fifth of the way up the door. It's starting to look noticeably dry as a bed. Our liquor to grist ratio is about 2-to-1 above the plates. And we're just about ready to smooth this out and have our initial bed. And then we'll be able to kind of leave things alone for a while. So at this point, this is in the middle of mash-in, and Charlie's just demonstrating how thick it is. You can see how consistent the bed is without any sort of stirring. The four masher is just hydrating the grist, and it's falling in nicely. If you want to see how thick it is, that's no hands, and it's floating, sticking straight up, that paddle is. This is getting near the end of mash-in. The bed is very thick. This is actually sort of mounded up. This is not a level bed at this point. It's a little hard to see, but we're about to see the end of mash-in, and there it is, and you can see the water flow off to the left. At the end, we just need to kind of smooth out the top of the bed. We're not going to stir it at all. It's just a big, well-formed mash bed. It's very thick. Charlie can just put the thermometer in, and it'll just sit there. This is what it looks like right before we vorlauf. So it's been sitting for about an hour. And as you can see, Charlie's going to stick his hand. He's dug about 2 to 3 inches down in there, and there's no water visible. This is all hydrated grain, but there's no water table per se. When we run our vorlauf, we use a nice, gentle vorlauf like that, really smooth. You can see that most of the bed looks really dry. After we vorlauf, we have to kind of smooth that hole out. We call it doing road construction. We'll smooth it out, and now we're ready for sparge. There we go. So during sparge, you can see that we have a nice sparge arm. We're kind of cheating here, but you'll see that we have no cover water. This is not right in the beginning of sparge. This is about a half an hour into sparge. Our sparge looks like this the entire time. No cover water. You'll notice the bed is basically floating. We're going to demonstrate what it looks like here. If we stick the paddle in and we kind of shake the paddle around, notice it's like a gelatinous mass. The whole bed is floating and aqueous, as it were. That's what it should look like. It gives us great extraction.